Welcome to the third and final segment on our Word tutorial. I wanted to answer this question in our segment. Now that we have learned how to create a new document, save it, and then open it back up again, and we've also learned how to do some basic formatting for the text and the pictures of our documents, I wanted to take this last bit to show you some very useful things on the Review tab. So if we click on the Review tab, the first useful function we've come across is the spelling and grammar check. After you've looked at a document multiple times, after you have created a document of a significant length, this tool definitely becomes extremely useful. And so you would just click on the spelling and grammar, and because we have an item highlighted, it checked that item first. Then it's asking if we want to check everything in the document. So we're going to click yes, and because our document's short, it's finished, and so it's that easy. The next thing I wanted to show you is the thesaurus. So we'll click on the thesaurus button, and we have an item highlighted, a word, and so when you click the thesaurus button, it immediately brought up a list of synonyms based on the possible definitions for that word. And so you have all of these to choose from, and then if you don't see what you're interested in, or you don't see a definition up here that is what you'd like, then you can choose one of these options to try and find more synonyms about the word that you're looking up. Remember, we can also get to that piece by going and right-clicking somewhere in our document and pulling up this quick bar. So one of the next things I wanted to show you is a simple tool, and one that you wouldn't use very often, but is quite handy in certain circumstances. If you go to Set Language, this allows you to change your default language for your Word document. And most of us who will be watching this tutorial will want English, but there's times when you might want to change everything in your document and allow for the characters of another language. And this is where you would go to set that. Another useful tool is the word count. If you're doing a formal paper, if you're doing a submission for publication, any of those things could require you to keep a word count of your document. So we would go to word count, and as easy as that, it pops up a list of statistics, and you can modify it a little bit and choose whether or not you would like these items included. Of course, if we had a longer document, it would take a while to search, just like the spell check, but with our short document, it came back very quickly. One final thing that is extremely useful in different circumstances is the compare button. So if you click the button and hover it over it, you can see that for the first one, you compare two versions of a document. And that can be very handy if you're saving multiple copies of a file and you want to see what the changes were. The next part of that is the combine button. I've used this one for Wikidocs or Google Docs, where you want to see how everyone has made changes and you want to put it into Word in a format such as a paper. So this item will allow you to combine the revisions from multiple authors and pull it into one single document, which is really nice.